Diablo Sport. It looks ominous, doesn't it? Well, we are at SEMA 2013 for GaragePros. We are on the road, and Dan Nolan is here with us right now from Diablo Sport to tell us about what do you guys got going on here, man. A heck of a setup you got here at the display. This is cool.
Yeah, man. This year we're debuting some tuners for our 13 Jeep Wrangler support with the Intune and Trinity. We've also got some new support for 13 Rams, 13 Hemi, 14 Silverado, Sierra trucks, a lot of really, really cool stuff on our products.
It is so amazing for, a guy, I came up, tuning with a screwdriver, and so many of us did. And it seems like that, all of a sudden, you can just take these vehicles that are run by computer and you're doing all of that nice and clean, have a cup of coffee and push some buttons, man. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's that easy. It's actually kind of like your new toolbox. This one tuner can do everything. It can go and adjust your timing, your spark, your fuel, your tires, your gears, all of it just from a simple electronic device. It's really pretty cool.
Well, let's take a look at what you got going here. What is this particular PC have here?
Sure, this is the Diablosport Trinity. This device is a tuner that's going to add about 20 horsepower, 20 foot-pounds of torque to a gas motor car or truck. And then on a diesel, it's going to add up to 100 horsepower and 250 foot-pounds of torque. It also reprograms the PCM, which is the power control module or computer in your vehicle, to add about 2 or 3 miles per gallon. Now, it can go in and you can adjust, like I was saying, gears, tires, you can remove your top speed limiter. And Trinity has some really cool functions like a virtual drag strip. So you can see 0 to 60, 0 to 100, 1/8 mile and quarter mile times on screen.
Oh,
it's
wow.
got this little tree here that lights up.
Oh, that is so cool.
Gives you reaction time, total distance traveled, total mile per hour. You've also got, the really cool thing about Trinity is the gauges. So now, instead of having to have a pod full of gauges in your car or truck, you can use the Trinity and replace every gauge you'd ever want right on screen. So you can see you can do up to 9 pages of gauges. You can choose your shape and style of gauge. These 5 LEDs on the gauges can be set up as an alarm. So if you're towing something heavy or you want to keep track of, if you're having any detonation or spark, you can do that here. Trinity also logs data, so you can log up to 5 hours of data. So if you're doing 4 or 5 track passes, you're doing a road trip, you can record all that on screen. It's also a diagnostic trouble code reader. So you can check and clear codes if you have a check engine light. And unlike a lot of devices that check codes, this actually gives you the code and the description of the code, so you don't have to go look it up or figure out what it's for.
That's fantastic. And then you go and you fix the problem, and you can actually clear out the code so the light's not on your dash and you're there and ready to go.
Yep. And then finally, the most important thing with this is the tuning. And one thing I'd like to highlight is the fact that what we do when we go to tune the car is we always save a copy of the factory tune from the vehicle. So in case you ever need to go back to the dealership for service work or have anything done, you can always have your factory program, and we don't leave any footprints or watermarks, so they can't really tell that you actually tuned your car, meaning there's no real issues with warranty.
Oh, that is fantastic. And I love how this mounts. It's simple enough, man. You got a flat piece of glass and you're ready to go, right?
Yeah, suction cup mount comes in the box. It has USB for software updates. And then let's go real quick through some of these parameters that you can do. Like I said, it's actually really easy. Anybody can do this. You don't have to be a guru or a specialist in this. I'm just going to go show you how to change your axle ratio here. You can do that. You can go in and you can go to tire revs per mile for tire size on a Ford.
Right, you put a giant tire on a car,
Yep.
It's going to mess with your speedometer, but you can reset it this way.
Yep, cooling fans, top speed limiters, it's all there. Again, very easy to do. We're going to install the tune, and it's that simple.
Unbelievable. The next thing you know, you're out there, you got better mileage, you got more horsepower, you got more torque, and you got a better vehicle, plain and simple. Now, what's the name of this again?
This is the Trinity, and the last thing I'd like to say, the really cool thing about Trinity is it supports hundreds of vehicles from the same part number. So if you have a 13 Jeep Wrangler, but you also have a 12 Challenger, or you also have an 11 Camaro, you can take this off your Jeep, put the Jeep back to stock, go tune your Challenger. Put the Challenger back to stop, go tune your Camaro. There's no limit to how many times you can take it off one car or put it on another. So it supports hundreds of applications. This will be like the last tuner you ever need to buy.
Absolutely. I like the size of this toolbox better than the one that takes up half of my garage.
Exactly.
Dan, thanks a lot for taking the time with us. We appreciate it. In the Diablo Sport, this is an unbelievable setup they've got going here. SEMA 2013 for GaragePros. I'm Mark Nolan.